What made you want to try traveling by yourself? Prior to that, were you already an experienced traveler, or sumaba ka ba agad sa solo travel
I
simula pa lang ng traveling life mo?
I wouldn't call myself an expert traveler at that point, but I already went to different countries. I think before that, puro Asia lang naman. So there was Hong Kong, China. The reason why I went to Vietnam and on a solo travel was because I bought the ticket at the Piso Fair. And then I just thought like, oh, later on I'll find friends to go with me. But the time came and nobody wanted to go to Vietnam at that time. It was 2017, and I guess it wasn't cool then to go there. So I ended up going alone. It's not like by choice, but it happened.
Pero ngayon super cool ng pumuntang Vietnam.
Exactly. So parang ako, ano ba yan? Trendsetter ba ako or something? Joke lang.
Ano yung ginawa mo sa Vietnam? Like, sobra, parang every time I see it on my reels, it's like people getting clothes tailor-made, people's eating, drinking all this coffee. Like, what did you love about that solo trip?
Because it was 2017 then, and di pa uso the TikToks, right? It's very traditional in a sense that I went to the cultural touristy thing. So I went to Mekong Delta, to the Big Buddha. I forgot what it's called. But that's like one part of it. The other part that I enjoy the most is really just walking around and going to the cafe apartments, um, going to this little restaurants na ang ganda ng design, like very full of character. It's not like yung standards natin now of aesthetic, right? But dun very laid back, but you see the personality of Vietnam coming out. That's what I loved about it.
Oh, so yeah. Um, how did that experience of being in Vietnam shape the way that you think of travel today?
One, it doesn't have to be the most popular place for you to enjoy it. Like, there's a lot of things, I guess, before na it's not on social media, or what's on social media is just like the tip of the iceberg. But if you just walk around, you'll just discover things na, why is this not popular? Like, if only someone vlogged about this would be popular. Or parang yun yung in-expect natin, right? Another thing is that dun ko na-realize na every place you go will have districts. Parang I went to Ho Chi Minh, and then there's Thao Dien, or I forgot the district 2, which is the expat district pala. So when you go there, it's totally different. Like the bars there are like mas high end. So even if you go to a place that you think is just known for one thing, there's always that like subcultures in different districts that you will enjoy talaga. So even if, kunyari, hindi mo pa afford mag-Japan, hindi mo pa afford mag-Korea, and all you can afford is, say, Southeast Asian countries, you can still experience those little pockets of what you're looking for. Hanapin mo lang sila.
Puntahan mo yung district kung saan
Yeah.
nandun yung mga expats nila. And, all of this adventure that you had, itong discovery, you know, you think you would have had that same experience kung bigger group? Or iba ba yung pag-wander kapag solo ka?
Sobrang iba pag solo travel because wala kang time limit. Like, parang if you wake up late, nobody's gonna be angry at you. If you wake up early naman, then you don't have to wait for anyone. And then it's flexible, like there's no right or wrong answer. Because even if you have a itinerary for yourself, if you miss one place, okay lang because it's just you. The only downside, I guess, is food. So, because wala kang ka-share, you only get to try a few things. Either it's expensive to buy a lot, or wala ka ng stomach space for it. Yun lang yung pinaka, for me, downside of solo travel, the food part.
Oo. It sounds like the spontaneity of it is a lot of fun. Na kung may maisip ka lang gawin, wala kang pagtatanungan ng, guys, pwede ba natin isingit to sa itinerary? Okay lang ba? Yung walang paalam, basta go.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. And it's also nice, like, when you're alone, pwede ka ring maging different person. It's not that you're trying to be pretentious, but it's like, if you meet a new person, uy, dating, di naman. Even just friends, right? You get to, wala silang judgment about you. Nobody's gonna shame you for, wanting to bring out a different side of you. So it's freeing in a way
Mm.
because like you're in a different place, nobody knows you, and you're just out there to connect with other individuals, and it's fun.
Yeah, it's ano kaya rin siguro siya popular sa mga taong nagso-soul searching or
Yes.
parang going through life transitions. It helps you explore yourself also.
Mm-hmm.
Ano yung ano yung confidence sa tingin mo na nadadala ng knowing na hey, I can make it by myself in another country. I can be whoever I want to be and I can survive.
Freeing talaga siya. Because like, you feel like, kaya ko pala to survive. And then suddenly it hits you like, ideas on, what if dito ko tumira? What if, saan ako pupunta next? Parang there's always that, nagawa ko na once, then maybe I can do it again.
Yeah. And since that trip, ano pa yung ibang countries na napuntahan mo? Or even locally, anong places na puntahan mo na solo traveler?
I went to Cebu by myself only because of this is a funny story. So me and my friends we booked to Boracay, but then I had a work trouble na I had to fly earlier than them, so I had to rebook it. But the tickets then were full na or expensive to go straight back to Manila. So nangyari Boracay, Cebu, and then Manila. So, nag-mini solo travel ako sa Cebu. And eto, wala talaga ako itinerary. I only had a few hours there. And I was like, I don't want to waste it in the airport lang. Kasi, di ba? At that time, di pa nga maganda the airport. So, what I did was
Mm-mm.
just, I found a taxi driver. Sabi ko lang, Kuya, can you tour me around? Tapos, at the time, parang 2,000 pesos all in. So, he would drive, stop, we would take photos, kukwentuhan niya ako, and then we'd hop back into taxi, and then we'll drive again, and then stop, ganyan. So yun
Yeah.
yung local experience ko of like solo travel.
That's so fun. Have you tried doing solo travel outside of the country again since Vietnam?
Hong Kong was one. Where else? I went pa to in Europe. I was alone for a time. Parang I did so there was a brand who brought me there, and then tapos na yung gig namin, but then I wanted to travel pa elsewhere. But my boyfriend was coming from the US. So hindi kami nagtugma. So I had a day pa to like explore Sweden. So it was Sweden crossing over to Copenhagen. So masaya din dun.
Fun! Ang saya!
Yeah.
Um, Share ko lang, ako naman, my solo travel experiences have been in Korea. So, ang objective ko every time I go to Korea is parang maging local. And I think mas na-experience ko yung local life kapag mag-isa ako versus pag grupo. Kasi pag grupo, parang sama-sama kayong turista. Pero pag mag-isa ka, pwede kang mag-disappear into a coffee
Yeah.
shop. Pwede kang mag-disappear into the car. And pwede kang mag-feeling like embedded ka sa daily life
Yeah.
rather than trying to hit the tourist spots.
Yeah, exactly. Masaya din siya sa Japan kasi nga you get to parang you shop where it's not the touristy shopping. Like the one that I enjoyed in Japan is going to Ikebukuro. So it's near is it near Shinjuku? Basta Ikebukuro, there's Sunshine City. And then that's where pala the students shop. So the clothes are very trendy for Gen Z and it's super cheap. Like ang ganda ng quality, it's so stylish. But really, I can buy something for like less than 500 pesos. Galing.
Wow!
Yeah.
Saya! Yeah. And when it comes to planning a solo trip, ano yung special considerations when you're planning a solo trip as compared to, like a group trip, a group tour, di ba? Paano siya pag solo traveler ka?
For me, mas specific ako on researching talaga, especially culture. So this one specifically say for Bangkok when again yung mga solo travels ko nangyayari parang may kasama ko and then mahihiwalay lang ako for a bit. So for Bangkok, I did the temples thing. I had to research talaga like cultural norms, like ano yung pwede, ano yung bawal. Because when you're there, wala ka nang mapagtatanungan na friend eh. Like, walang, alam mo yun, yung parang alam pala niya like fun fact na, ay, bawal pala mag-shorts or something. Or you can't say this, you can't do that. So very careful ako about knowing these norms para hindi ako mapahamak. Kasi diba, if mapahamak ka na alone ka, paano kung makulong ka? Sinong magbe-bail out sa'yo or something? So,
Oo.
yun yung very important. Other things would be like, just making sure you're connected. So, power bank. Lalo na ako, lagi akong low bat. So, pag mag-isa ako, yun yung priority.
Same. Relate. Laging may power back. Um, is it harder sa immigration kapag solo traveler? Mas makulit ba sila?
Sa US, so I went to the US alone, but then I was visiting my boyfriend. So medyo solo travel na hindi, but I was entering alone. My experience lang there is, marami silang tinanong sa akin because I'm alone and I'm a woman and I'm from the Philippines. So medyo may judgment. So the things that they ask is like, where are you staying? How long will you be here? What's your job? And then the funny story is, so I said, usually I don't say I'm a content creator because I feel like they will ask me like, parang medyo vague kasi yung pagiging content creator, right? Parang some people just do not see it as a real job. So I would always say like host. And then if they probe what kind of host, I would say events or TV host. For this specific IO, I said, I'm a TV host. And then he said like, oh, what's the name of your show? Tapos so shinare ko like Paisilog and Pai that time. But then, hindi na ako nasa TV nung time na yun. Like, tapos na yung air, I mean, tapos na yung shoot namin. So, those are like
Yeah.
old episodes. And then he searched me, and then buti na lang, nandun pa yung episode online. So he watched a bit. Ang tagal talaga ng IO ko na to, like pinanood niya pa ako. And then he said, yung serious face niya, bigla na lang siya nag-light up talaga. Sabi niya, wow, this is you. How is it? Do you enjoy it? Tapos chinika niya na ako, nakakatawa. Anyway, so yun yung experience ko na, wow, that's different.
Mm. Yeah, so parang when you're traveling alone, no, parang i-brace mo rin yung sarili mo for there might be some questions and you have to be ready to answer with confidence.
Yes, yun lang
Right?
talaga I feel like it's always confidence and be truthful pa rin.
Yeah. Parang dati nag-a-apply ako ng visa and I was so young at the time. I didn't really have an established career. I was kind of a fresh grad, wala and I wanted to go to the States to visit some relatives and grabe yung pagtatanong sa akin, 'di ba? And I mean, I get it, okay? Sa profile, I know mukha akong TNT, di ba? Young girl, fresh out of college. Wants to travel to the US alone. I know how it looks. But I was there with the guy at the embassy. And then chinika ko siya. Kasi this was the time na the Born movie was shooting in the Philippines.
Mm.
And then dinaldal ko lang siya about like, oh, have you heard about the Born movie in the Philippines? I think it's so funny that they're cleaning up the trash in Manila for their shoot, and then no, and that our LGU cleaned up the trash. And then the Born movie people said, no, put back the trash because that's why we came here. And then dinadal ko lang siyang ganun habang naggaganon siya ng papel. And then I think the nonchalant approach worked. Kasi parang, kumbaga, to quote the Janina San Miguel, I feel no pressure right now.
Yes, exactly.
Yung ganon.
Yeah. Parang ano lang,
Oo.
answer quickly, but then be consistent. I guess that's also a tip, diba, with visas. Kasi they can't counter check it with anyone else because you're alone. So, whatever you write on the paper has to match with whatever you're saying. Because if hindi, dun pa lang, kahit na, even if you're
Yeah.
being honest, but then what's written on your paper is different from what you're saying, then nagkakaroon ng
Yeah.
discrepancy and they doubt you. So, yeah.
Yeah. Oo. Totoo. So, I love what you said, no? Honest, consistent, diba? These are all very practical tips.
Yes.
Uh, and you must have had so much, right? So much practical tips built up over the years. What inspired you to start the Hangout Buddies Facebook community?
Oh, yay! Hangout buddies. Of course, I had home buddies, and home buddies is a huge community. During the pandemic, or latter parts of it, I noticed na a lot of people who got into renovating their homes suddenly now want to earn money from it. So ang daming staycation spots, like condos being turned into, daily rentals. Even people who invested in farm lots are creating mini resorts. And ang dami nagpo-post in home buddies about them because, aesthetic. But then they're not really homes because they're for rent. So I needed a place to house these wonderful gems that's not home buddies. So I thought, let's create hangout buddies. So that's primarily that. But then when I was thinking like, oh, there are a lot of like travel groups out there. So what's the point of creating another group? And then I thought like, oh, there's a lot of travel groups, but they're always focused on like vacations, longer travel, or talagang planado. But I wanted Hangout Buddies to be more like a travel tambay community. So say you need a weekend breather or like a midweek break and you just want to look for a quick staycation, a 1 day staycation or 3 hours away from Manila or even an hour. Or even like if you want, where can I do archery? Where can I look for date spots? That's really what Hangout Buddies is. So any place na puntahan is pwede i-post.
Yeah. Gavin, no, these communities. I remember seeing homebodies content all of the time, and then lalo na nung pandemic, and the aesthetic, like the team kahoy, the
Yes.
light colored things, like it was everywhere, and the it's so great to meet you kasi nga parang sumakto din yung obsession ko sa
That's why I
mga
noticed your shelf because I said, uy, team kahoy siya.
Oo nga, team kahoy, yes. um, when you meet people in these communities, diba, there's really that support. So in home buddies, it's hey, my choices are validated here, and then people give tips on where to find things, how to design, diba? When you look at the tambay travel, ano yung support for solo travelers in the Hangout Buddies community?
One, it's really the gems that are, may personal touch sa review eh. So the same way in Home Buddy, say, if you want to buy appliances, right? You can rely on websites, but then sometimes the photos are just like one-sided, diba? But then in Home Buddies, lahat talaga, kada kanto ng Airbnb, yung toilet, kasulok-sulukan ng kanto or how, the bed, sometimes parang tatanungin like, wait, ano kayang mattress yung ginamit sa Airbnb na to? Yung mga ganong things, right? So the
Oo.
reviews are very in-depth and authentic and real. So that's one.
Yeah.
Another is that um, yung mga tao na nagtatanong on travel, I realized na kahit na ilang beses silang nag-travel, every travel is a first time. Especially say Korea, sobrang bilis ng changes. Like the cafes that you might have seen from a post that was trending say a year ago might not be there anymore, or like hindi na siya yung usong place, or there might be a new
Mm.
trendy cafe. So yun yung mga things that are helpful in home buddies. It's more real time, more authentic.
Yeah.
So yun.
Yeah, I agree. Like, alam mo, I've been to Korea 9 times na. And then, my parents asked me, ba't ka balik ng balik? And I'm like, it's different every time eh. Like, di mo
Yes,
naman
yeah.
makikilala ng buo yung lugar. Like, there are so many, like you said, di ba, districts and neighborhoods. And then, kahit yun, nagbabago. And travel will always be new. Kasi kahit ikaw, sa sarili mo, nagbabago ka.
Mhm.
Kung ano hilig mo,
Yeah.
anong kaya mong gawin.
Yes,
So,
yes.
I think that's why we love traveling. And it's such a universal, parang life-giving, life-affirming kind of thing, while also recognizing na it can also be unsafe, and we
Yeah.
also need to be careful
Yeah.
while we're out there having fun. Ano yung safety tips mo for solo travelers?
For me, there are two things that I feel like you can get in trouble for. One is if you stand out too much, that you're offending people na like parang sino ba to na pumunta ka nga dito, why are you trying to like change us, or so that's one. When you stand out too much and 'di ba parang nawawalan ka ng respect for the place that you're visiting. Two is if you just look like you're totally unaware of everything. So people can take advantage of you because they think that they can get away with it. So my safety tips is just like one, really know the place that you're visiting and try to blend in. So know a little of the language, know a little of the culture. Just yun, be aware of where you are. And then the second is like be a nice person, like smile more, 'di ba? They really like it when yun nga, you use their language a little because they feel like, oh, she's trying to assimilate with us or she's trying to respect us. So we will be nice back. So
Yeah.
yun.
Yeah, yung simple thank yous, no? Just saying hello and thank you. It goes such a long way. Ano yung, is there something that you do in terms of, parang when you know you're going to an area na baka medyo hindi safe sa district na to, or something, di ba? Like, are you the type of person who shares their location
Sa
to
akin,
friends or
I
something
have
like
friends who
that?
do that. Pero sa akin, parang ang creepy to like be always tracked. Parang di lang ako happy ng ganun. But I do parang give parang I text my mom or I text my friends or sometimes I post talaga parang real-time stories. So at least people kind of know where I am. Pero not to the point na
Mm-mm.
talagang naka-location tracking. So I know
Yeah,
people, I mean, I respect people who use that. It's just that for me, parang I want
too much
also
na.
I want to disappear also in some way
Yeah,
while still like giving hints of where I generally am, like the general location, but not on the dot. Like
sure.
nandito ako exactly at this time.
Yeah. Do you Google popular scams
Popular
in areas? Like,
scams.
kunwari sa Thailand, di ba sa Thailand, usong-uso yung iska-scam ka around the temple.
And
Like,
like
pag
they will
dumaan ka
tie a
sa,
string. I remember that, but I
oo,
read about
may
it.
ganun. Tapos parang may lalapit sa'yo, sasabihin, if you're walking to the temple, may haharang sa'yo, sasabihin nila, closed yung temple for today. Pero I can give you another tour na lang. And then they'll try to sell you on this other tour. Pero pala hindi naman sarado yung temple.
I
Yung mga
don't,
gano'n.
I
Like,
haven't
you Google.
Googled. Ang general safety tip ko rin kasi is like just don't engage. Like unless you
Mm,
know that you're in a setting where you're meant to engage. Say if you're in a bar, you're in a cafe, parang at least, there's some kind of like structure pa rin. But if it's like, say, open temple or,
yeah.
parang don't
Yeah.
engage na lang, just say no. And then if you realize na it's closed pala, then it's closed. Like at least
Mm.
you
Ikaw
figured it
na.
out by yourself. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. Tama, tama. And when you travel, you've been to so many places, you've talked to so many fellow travelers. What are the activities that you think are the best to do as a solo traveler? Yung tipong mas enjoy pa tong gawing mag-isa kaysa may kasama.
One, shopping for sure, because you can take your time and diba, you can fit all you want. So that's one. Two is massage. Every country has their own style of massage. Ang sarap lang talaga. So it's different. Like the Pinoy massage is different from a Thai massage, from a Japanese massage, and wala. Ang na-realize ko lang is like um, mahal siya in the West. So, na-appreciate ko siya lalo when I came back home na parang here we can do say an hour at less than 1,000 pesos. There it's like 1 hour is like 5,000 pesos. Tapos, di naman masarap yung massage nila.
Oo.
So, yeah. But yun, masaya for me to
Oo.
like do pampering stuff or even say nail care, hair care, ganyan. May kakaiba
Yeah.
din eh. Yun.
Ah, that's so nice. Ito, one last question. Oh, I'm already getting so excited for traveling. I love massages also. I went to Chiang Mai, Thailand one time, and then I got a massage, and I wanted the full Thai experience. So I said hard po. And then sa sobrang hard, umiiyak
Oh
na ako. Tapos and then I didn't want to say, I didn't stop it because I wanted the full experience. Pero I was like, parang nakadapa na ako. And then parang bumabaon na yung mukha ko sa pillow. Parang, pero go lang, di ba? Go lang kasi for the plot, for the experience. Um, Thank you for sharing everything. I just have one last question.
okay.
As a solo traveler, who takes your photos?
Ah! Buti lang nauso na yung point five selfie. But, so I do that a lot of like personal taking. But if I really want, to capture the beautiful landscape and full body, what I do is I approach couples and I would say like, oh, do you want to have your photo taken? Mag-offer muna ako. So
Oh,
I'll take their photo first and then they will offer back. So if they offer back the thank
smart.
you, yes. If not, then that's the time
Mm.
that I will ask. But I will offer first. Usually couples para at least ano sila, mas chill and less takot to like, kasi if it's a group, right, like people might run with my phone or if solo person. So feeling ko
Yeah.
lang pag couples mas safe, mas mabait sila.
Oh, that's great. Okay, one super duper last. Do you have a message for everyone who is thinking of taking the plunge? Na parang, I want to try solo travel, but I'm not yet sure.
Do it.
What's your message to them?
Do it. As in, do it talaga. You'll have fun. Um, there's no reason for you to not do it. So, it doesn't have to be um super planned out. Like, just book that and everything else will follow. Book the flight. Para sure na.
Piece of fair. Yeah, that's your sign. Thank you so much,
Thank
Francis, for sharing
you.
your time and your insight. I learned so much, and
Wow. Thank
this was
you.
really nice. Thank
Yay. Nice to
you.
meet you.
Yay. Nice to meet
Yay.
you.